Y'all saw the video.
Yeah,
I saw the video.
Did.
I'm gonna say what I think, then everybody follow.
Sure.
They both were in the wrong. Everybody in the wrong. Tyreek Hill could have handled a little better. The cops definitely in the wrong. Like, especially the dude grabbing the door, opening the door, pulling my man out and stuff like that.
Yeah,
like,
that was
first of all,
excessive.
you know that you're not just dealing with anybody by the car he driving.
He knew who it was.
You got some idea though that you ain't dealing
He
with
was
just
pissed off
somebody.
because the house. He was pissed off because the car cost more than his house.
Yeah.
So
that,
he was immediately aggressive towards him.
that car is
And
like
if-
4 years of paychecks for him.
And it 4 years more than that.
I mean, like, you knew that you were getting ready to pull over
Come on, you
somebody
talking
who
about-
had some type of
Now
status.
they said he was going 60. So I'm
45.
65. I mean,
Somewhere in
that's
there.
That's the average speed that everybody do. All right, he did 60 and 45. All right, he was speeding. He get pulled over. Number one, after he gave him his license and everything, he rolled it back up. He rolled his window back up.
Yeah.
He was irritated because he did that. Then you gonna tap on his window. He like, hey man, don't tap on my window. Then you can't even pay for that glass if you break that. Don't tap on my window.
Let me ask you a question.
What's up?
Now, I don't know about y'all, but I know from both of us though. If that happened in Dallas, they pull CD Lamb over.
Oh, they wouldn't be doing that.
Look, like
Oh, Jerry, yeah.
JJ.
you do that in Philly to AJ Brown, they'll probably jump on the cops.
Right.
Don't like so the cops were lucky to a certain extent in that because you certain areas you
And
know
then
better.
we cannot say they were not white cops. It was a Latino cop.
You know better.
There's your black brown coalition.
Yep.
You know better. Like CD Lamb,
And
you
matter
think
of
they do
fact,
that to CD?
all of them were.
Yeah.
All of them. And then this is how you know. This is how you know he was a quote unquote alpha out of all of them because he was the most aggressive one towards everybody. And then once he set it off, everybody else, all the other officers immediately backed him.
And where's the de-escalation of the situation that the
never
cops are
done.
supposed to be
None.
doing? The cops are supposed to de-escalate because it's not a serious situation.
This is why I say it's not on Tyreek because the fact of the matter is they was immediately disrespectful towards him. And I'm like, look, I'm the reason why you got a job, my dude.
Yeah, exactly.
You got a job because of me and this team playing. He knew anybody that lives in Miami, right? You not having those type of cars if you ain't no top end.
That's why I said, like, you know, when you
He
pull
knew.
that car over,
He knew
somebody getting ready to pop out of there.
Listen, man, you had people riding by knew that was Tyreek Hill. So that officer knew that was Tyreek Hill.
Mm-hmm.
He was pissed the off because there was a black man in a car that was four times his paycheck. He was and like I said, he wasn't even the one that pulled him over. The other one that had the license, one pulled over. Once he had a license, Tyreek Hill rolled the window back up. He said, roll the window down. He tapped on the window. Tyreek Hill said, don't tap on my window, man. He said, and he rolled it down then. And that's when the aggressive one, he reached in, opened. He could have broke the glass. Then on top of that, he said, I had just I had surgically repaired knee. And you jumped on his back to force him to get down. First of all, where is it that you get taken out of a car, placed face down on the ground for a ticket?
I'm still over the fact that you don't know who this is.
He know who it is.
Or you're still doing like you're going through with this.
Remember the officer's on what isn't he on?
He on administrative. Yeah.
You're still going through with this, even though you know who this is and what day it
When the other
is.
players come, everybody else still. He's causing the whole scene. But then people, you know what? This is what anytime you hear people, why you gonna make it a race thing, white thing? It is because Scotty Scheffler incident in Kentucky, he man. Now I'm not saying he did it on purpose. He ran his ass over and his ass. They handled him with grace, everything. Put him in handcuffs and handled him with grace. Here we are. We got a black man in an expensive car, and it's a speeding ticket, and the cops is immediately aggressive towards him.
The cops are overly aggressive.
Exactly.
Like,
He's a football player.
What's going on here? It escalated so quick. Like nobody trying to de-escalate the situation. It's just rolling. Like this is crazy.
His wife, like he ain't getting no that morning. That's what it was. He ain't getting no.
Came out with a vendetta.
No he was on 1,000.
Thought he was gonna make a statement.
Yeah, he thought, and he done up.
And he you know, and like I think I saw you say one time, like for the good cops out there, y'all gotta stand up to these clowns.
Like, good cops don't.
They don't. So this is just
the good cops were the other ones, and then the Mexican cops or the Latino cops snapped, and that's when all the good cops caved in and became.
I'm
bitch.
just sitting here like, yo, we all nuts, man. Y'all let this man make y'all look bad because obviously he controlled the whole scene. When he reacted in an aggressive manner, everybody else act like a pack of wolves.
Like I said, it wouldn't happen in Philly.
Hell no.
They wouldn't have done that to AJ Brown.
It wouldn't happen in Dallas neither.
They wouldn't have done that to AJ Brown.
Cowboy. You would have known who that cowboy was. When last Zeke Elliott, when he got in trouble. It's been plenty of Cowboys that got in trouble. They ain't had to worry about that
on
shit.
Game day.
Yeah,
like not during the week.
That's why he said. That's why I said he knew who he was because the time that he came.
Yeah,
the time that he came.
Like 10:30 a.m.
Not during the week. It's game day.
And you see it. If you 9 times out of 10, you see a Spencer car like that over in that area. That's a football player.
Yeah, everybody knows.
He knew that shit. He was pissed off.
Yeah,
and I hope I hope his ass get fired.
All they gonna do is transfer him to another department.
I don't know. He pissed the Dolphins off. That's enough to get you fired.
Yeah,
that's $100 million player that you.
That's enough to get you fired. Pissing the Dolphins off.
You hurt that player. You might as well go ahead and retire.
You know how much they love the Dolphins in Miami? Like, yeah.
And Tyreek Hill been paid over $100 million, and you get caused to get hurt. Man, all them fans will come after your ass.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Interesting. Okay.